What an absolutely dreadful day it is for Chelsea Football Club. It's a dark, dark day, man. I'm so pissed. My head is so hot right now. I cannot believe what I've just watched. So I've been looking forward to this fixture for a long time. Since we knew our fixtures for the season. United were our first Big Six game, our first game away from London, our first real test of the season. I honestly, all our fans had imagined that we'd be 4 wins from 4 by the time this game came around. And with United's situation, it could have honestly been 5 from 5. We sit here with 2 wins, 2 draws, 1 loss. It's not good enough. Something has to change, man. This is not the end of the world. This is not the end of the world. We had bad results last year and we finished well, but this just hurts. It's so tiring. It's sort of like you could predict that this was going to happen after the first 30 seconds. United looked fired up. The fans were fired up. The weather was absolutely dreadful. We couldn't get 2 passes together. And then guess what? 5 minutes into the game, our keeper gets sent off. They're being caught in no man's land. And Mbeumo's through on goal. Sanchez is halfway out the box. He doesn't know whether to go back to his line or commit. He commits and he just takes Mbeumo out. And it's done. The game is done there and then. United scored 2 goals from just absolutely shit defending. No tracking from none of the centre-backs. But we know this. We knew this was going to happen because we're coming into the season with our backup centre-back partnership from last season. Our backup centre-backs, we recalled Chalobah because we had an emergency situation in terms of depth. We loaned him out. Tosin, we signed him on a free from our local rivals Fulham as a backup. He's now our starter. I know he didn't start today. But the defensive issues are so recurring. And look, after the red card, you get just 2 substitutions straight away from Maresca. Obviously, one's the goalkeeper because you need to bring in a goalkeeper. For Esteval, I was like, why not Neto? Well, Enzo Maresca's like, you don't want Neto, bro? We'll take Neto off as well, and brings on, I think, Tosin on for Neto. Like, what is going on? I'm thinking at that point. We've just subbed off one of our best wingers, and then we just sub off our other winger for a centre-back when we're chasing the game. United score their goals. Then we sub off Palmer up to 20 minutes. I think it's because of an injury now, but I was so confused. I think we subbed off Palmer for Andre Santos. And then, yeah, the half is at 2-0. But then Casemiro gets sent off. And I think maybe that's a lifeline. Second half, just shit again. Passing the ball about slowly, casually. Yeah, the weather doesn't help, but we score a goal. It's offside. We get a goal finally in like the 84th minute. And then what do we do after that? 0 shots. 0 fucking shots. You had so much time. You had the momentum. And what did we do? We did nothing. But can we blame them when Maresca subbed off Palmer, fine injury, subbed off Neto, Esteval, all our playmakers, and then brings on Gusto and Tyreek George when we're chasing the result, anything at that point. Instead of Garnacho's on the bench, who, by the way, has been decent in his cameos and would have been fired up by the occasion, playing his old club at their home ground in front of the fans. We also had Bino Gittins, who's not been great, but he's a winger. He's an attacking-minded player. You bring on Tyreek George, who we tried to get rid of at deadline day. It's nonsensical from Maresca. I pin so much of the blame on him today. He can't change Robert Sanchez making that stupid challenge. But he can change his substitutions. He can change the system. Honestly, man, even if we'd got a point, I'd be here smiling. But before the game, I would not have taken a point. We needed to win at Old Trafford today. We needed to beat United at Old Trafford. We haven't done it in over a decade. Where do we go from here? Where do we go from here, man? If we can't beat United at the state they're in, where do we go? All the feel-good factor from the Club World Cup, from the good end to last season, from the good pre-season friendlies, from, heck, even the good first 3 games of the Premier League season, thrown out the window. I cannot stress how important it is now that in January, the owners get a fucking grip of things and actually make a change. and look at themselves in the mirror and outline the mistakes they made in summer and just correct them? How can we go into this season knowing for weeks before deadline day that our best centre-back has been injured for the whole season, has got injured for the whole season, and that we don't have a solid, set-in-stone winger partnership? And bro, they signed Garnacho, let Xavi Simons go to Tottenham, signed Buonanotte. I just don't know. And then completely ignore the centre-back issue. They completely ignore the centre-back issue. They completely ignore the goalkeeper issue, the centre-back issue. We signed so many players who we did not need to sign. Buonanotte on loan did not need to happen. If it means that we could have got someone else, it did not need to happen. Same with Garnacho. And I know I wanted him on today, but that is genuinely the situation that our club is at right now. And that is where I feel bad for Maresca. That's where I feel for him. Because Maresca specifically asked for a player in the centre-back position. Days before deadline day, we didn't even try. So what's the point? Tosin and Chalobah, bro, and Achampong, who was man of the match in his first game of the season, can't even warrant a place on the bench against Man United. Literally the game after, all our defenders had howlers against Bayern Munich. All our defenders had howlers against Brentford. What is the thought process? What does Achampong have to do? Because although we can't change the fact that we didn't sign a centre-back in the summer now, but we can use what we've got. We can experiment. I don't care if he starts against Lincoln, bro. That's the bare minimum. Lincoln. He'll have a good performance there, but will we then play him in the league against Brighton? Probably not. Fuck, probably. He won't. Like, it's just genuinely results like these which just set us back. And we'll be looking at this. I'm guaranteed that we'll look at this result and this reaction at the end of the season in 2 years' time, in 3 years' time, and we'll be thinking, wow, what was I reacting about? What was I mad about? It was just an off day. We ended up finishing the season well. We got Champions League football. Then the season after that, maybe we challenged a bit more for the title. But no, man, that does not change the fact that we have just completely let a season go. Because yeah, we might end up finishing top 5 and we'll get the dopamine of qualifying for the Champions League on the final day again, maybe. But that's not what I want. I want progress year on year. I'm sorry, but last year was good in its context, but it's not good enough for this year. We don't have a Conference League that we can win at the end of the season and add another trophy to the cabinet. We don't have a Club World Cup where we can redeem ourselves in the summer. Bro, it's this season. This has to be the one, and it's not going to be because of the owner's incompetence, because of Maresca's stubbornness, and because of the players' lack of quality. And I'm going to say it, bro, as it is. Every single person needs to take accountability. The players as well. The players today were absolutely dreadful. Reece James can hold his head up high, and João Pedro can as well. He did all he could. But everyone else, I feel a bit bad for Chalobah because he was getting rinsed online. He got the goal and he also was putting in some good challenges towards the end. But brother, for that red card for Sanchez, you cannot be losing those headers. I get Šeško's a big guy, but literally last game he was getting bullied about by Ruben Diaz. You cannot allow this new kid to do you like that in the first 5 minutes of a game. And then that's what cost us the red card. So he deserves criticism as well. Wesley Fofana was surprisingly decent, but he was not great either. I just wanted to see Esteval, man. I can't even comment on Esteval because he played for 3 minutes and he got, 0.5 touches of the ball? Palmer as well. I was gassed to see him start. Now he's probably going to be out for 3 weeks. I'm not going to have him in the Champions League game against Benfica. And Andre Santos came on. I mean, he did all right, but it's just he's not up to it yet. I just don't know, man. I don't know. It's just such a bad result to take. It's such a bad result to take. We're so far behind Liverpool, Arsenal, City. We're so far behind that. We look worse than last season. In fact, I'll go as far to say we are worse than last season. We are worse than last season. I can't believe I'm saying that. We just need to go ham in January. We are worse than we were last season. Do you not want to really go player for player? Robert Sanchez is the same Robert Sanchez as he was last season. Puts in a good performance, the next one costs you the whole entire game. Cucurella and Cucurella, same player. At the back, Colwill and who was even starting at the back last season? Fofana at the start of it. That back two, what you're telling me that's not better than Chalobah and Tosin? Even a Colwill and Chalobah or a Colwill and Tosin backline is better than this. So better last season. Right back, Reece James or Malo Gusto. We'll go with the same because Reece James was injured for about half of it again. Like we know how it works with him. Midfield, Caicedo, same Caicedo. Enzo Fernandez, I'm sorry, he's declined from last season. It's shit to say because he's been declining every flipping season. But he's not the same Enzo Fernandez so far. We're worse there. And then the attack. Cole Palmer is a worse Cole Palmer than he was last season, at the start of the season, purely because he's had injuries and he just hasn't had a chance to get a good run of games yet. I'm not saying he's worse or, his quality is obviously going to be permanent, but still, we haven't seen it enough yet this season. And then on the wing, bro, genuinely, Madueke and Neto last season, and this year, we've got Neto and Esteval, but Esteval's only played 2-3 games, 1 start, 2 starts if you count today. I don't even know where I'm going with this, bro. I don't know, man. I don't know anything. What am I even doing? What am I doing? Oh, my head is so fried. You know what I'm going to do after this? I'm going to start a Football Manager with Chelsea 24. I'm not even waiting for the new one. I'm going to start Football Manager 24. I'm just going to win the Champions League because I need to release some stress with these players. And I'm selling all of them, except for Reece James and Cole Palmer. I'm selling all of them. What am I even on about? There's surely more I need to say on the game. Oh yeah, just the fact that we've just handed Amram a 3 points. Charity FC, as per usual. We just love doing that. It's just annoying. We just love doing it. Giving shit teams with shit managers 3 points. We do it every year with every manager, with every players, with every ownership. It just is in our DNA to do that. We are so charitable. And then what else? I mean, United again. It's just, bro, they're not even that good. We were making them look like prime Barca in that first half. The flicks that they were doing, that Šeško was doing, the hold-up play, Mazraoui, Mbeumo, Bruno. These guys have been looking ass cheeks the whole season. I'm sorry, you can say, Mbeumo's looked alright sometimes, and Bruno Fernandes has made some good passes. Mate, they were looking like their prime versions. Heck, bro, some of them were looking like prime versions of better players than them. That is just the Chelsea effect. That is just the truth. It's so annoying. We make bad players look good. And we make our own good players look bad. I just don't understand how it can always be this way. And we've got Brighton as our next game on Saturday. I've got no confidence for that. I actually just don't have confidence for that game. Like, genuinely, that is shit. Because we're not going to have a dreadful season. We're going to qualify for the Champions League. At least I'm praying, because if we don't, it's all going to blow up. But I'm not even going to entertain not qualifying for Champions League yet. But I'm sorry, right now after this game, I genuinely am in the mindset where I'm so pessimistic after what I've just seen today that I don't even think we can rock up to any team and beat them. I just don't. It's such a shit way to feel as a fan. And bro, it's our first Premier League defeat. I'm actually probably being such a nutter to neutral fans here. We only lost 2-1. We had a man down the whole first half where they scored both their goals. But still, the issues transcend that scoreline. The issues are bigger than the goal margin. The issues are the same issues that were there the season before and the season before and the season before that never seem to change. These owners, I gave them credit at the end of the Club World Cup. After the Club World Cup final, you can go back on my channel and check it. I made a video saying we need to apologise to Todd Boehly. And I pretty much just said, look, we doubted your vision, but you've got us progress. You've got us back in the Champions League and you've got us 2 trophies. I'm not going to doubt you again. I doubted you when you signed Cole Palmer. I doubted you when you signed this player. Do your thing. But I'm sorry, that was before this window. That was 2 months before the end of the window. I cannot forgive whoever was in charge of the decision of not signing a centre-back, or heck, even a goalkeeper. We had Maignan offered on a plate to us for £20 million, and we said no because we didn't want to pay £2 more than what we were asking for. We said no to Donnarumma, who was also available for about 30 million. The guy is the best keeper in the world. Do we want to be the best team in the world, or are we happy with being a breeding ground for 16-year-olds from here and there, and half of them play for the under-23s for the rest of their life, half of them get loaned to Strasbourg, and about 2 of them actually make it into squad rotation? Like, what is this, man? Where are we going? Like, something has to change, man. Something has to change. And it's not the manager. I'm sorry. I know Maresca had a shocking display today, but I'm not blaming this on the manager. In fact, I think this was more of a statement from Maresca than anything. Subbing on Tyreek George as a sort of, this is all you lot are giving me? A guy we tried to sell on deadline day? Subbing on Tosin. It's just shambolic. All the way around. This is honestly, like, look, we need to be humble sometimes. But we have been humbled extremely today. We have just been completely slapped back down to earth. Completely. I created this channel after we got battered by Flamengo in the Club World Cup, when my head was steaming. Then I honestly didn't see us getting anywhere in the Club World Cup. Maybe past round of 16, but quarterfinals I thought was completely beyond us. So that does give me some hope, where we maybe can look back at this video and this result and say, yeah, it did all turn out all right. But right now it's really fucking hard to see the light at the end of the tunnel. At least for this season. That sounds so dramatic, but bro, that's how I feel. I don't care. Like, I'm just going to be honest with you. Look, I put my phone on, my camera on, whatever you would call it. I'll start recording 5 minutes after the game, and I just start speaking my thoughts. My thoughts in an hour after I upload a video, or 5 hours, or 2 days, it's got nothing to do, let alone months after, it's got nothing to do with what I feel like now. This is the whole point of the channel. So I can just document my thoughts. And that's what I'm doing. And everything I've said in this video is honest. I haven't been too reactionary, I don't think. I genuinely think this result is genuinely an indictment of where our club is at and the issues that still remain at the club. I love all our players, and I'm always going to back all our players. I'm not one to really insult players off the pitch. Unless they make a stupid mistake, I'll say an insult. Like, I'll say, you idiot. But like, I'm not one to have agendas for our own players. I'm not one to say, you know, we have to sell this guy now, straight after games. No, I don't think that's the issue. I think every player in the squad right now can play a role. But you also have to be realistic. And that's why I also try to be. I try to be realistic. Realistically, we cannot ever win a league title with the back two we've got right now. Realistically, I don't think we can ever win a league title, let alone Champions League, let alone even a Carabao Cup, with our current goalkeeper, with our current defence. And we are wasting critical years of Caicedo, of Cole Palmer, of these guys, if we do not address these issues. This season should have been the season where we all kicked on, where we had finally our complete product, our complete project. This was it. And our owners, Maresca as well, you could say, and the players themselves have let us down so far. And honestly, like I said, I don't see a way back to challenging for the title. And all you're not going to be like, what are you on about challenging for the title? Your objective is not to challenge for the title. Yes, it was. I was genuinely hoping for a title fight this season, and so were all Chelsea fans. And so were you lot. So don't lie to me now and say you lot were never good enough. I always knew you lot weren't good enough for world champions of what? You lot were never going to be good. Shut up, everybody backed us for a title fight. At least they finished top 3 or top 4, but everyone backed us to at least be up there. We're never going to be up there with this team. Right now, I genuinely do not see it, man. And like, we haven't even played any Big Six teams yet, except for Man United. I don't even consider them Big Six, bro. I don't. But look, what matters now is not my words. It's not even Maresca's words. It's not even the owner's words. I feel like I've repeated the same Maresca owners, players. But no, that doesn't matter right now. What matters is what happens on the pitch against Brighton next Saturday. That's all that matters now. The reaction. That is all we want to see. Because as football fans, we are so short, what's it called? Short memories, whatever you call it. We forget everything as long as you make up for it the next week. We could genuinely lose. We've lost this game 5-0. If we go and beat Brighton 4-1, we'll forget about this result in a soon amount of time. So that is exactly what we have to do. The response. And I leave that up to the players because that is on them. I can't do anything about that. The owners can't. Maresca can. It's up to them. It's up to them lot now. You know, we can criticize the owners all we want, but right now they can't do anything. It's not a window. So right now, just make do with what you've got. And also make yourselves proud and prove people wrong. Chalobah, Tosin, you're not getting slated online right now. A lot of it is disgraceful abuse that you should not have to take. Shut them up. Shut me up. I don't think you're good enough to win a league title. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong, please. I would love to be proved wrong. Because I love these players. When Chalobah scored today, I got gas for him. I'm not one who's got such an agenda for players. I don't celebrate when they score for our own team. Please, everyone has to prove me wrong. I was genuinely so kind to Robert Sanchez. I was saying we should keep him, we should trust him, all this and that. You need to prove me wrong though. Or prove me right if I'm backing you. Because I'm not going to just stick by you blindly. Or not stick by you. I'm not just going to praise you blindly. I'm always going to stick by you if you're on the pitch, but I'm not going to praise you blindly. And Maresca today, I mean, I don't even think I mentioned it enough. Bringing Tyreek George on it instead of Garnacho is an absolute, just buffoonerous decision. I don't even know if that's a word. It's probably not. But that is such an outrageously unhinged decision from Maresca to bring on Tyreek George. I'm sorry, all respect to Tyreek George. I love him. He's one of our own. But to bring him on instead of Garnacho, considering the context of the situation, the location where we were at, the situation in the game, we needed some experience. Not to even let him touch the pitch, it's just absolutely questionable. It just is so questionable. Yeah, I don't even know. Should I continue this video? I genuinely could talk for like days about this. I don't think my phone's got enough storage. I don't even know why I record videos on my phone anyway. But bro, I could talk forever about this team right now. I don't know why. When we win a game, bro, I'll be here all dandy and I'll be talking for like 10 minutes and then I'll say, you know, you don't have a good evening, and then we'll just get on with the day. When it's a loss, bro, it hits so different. I could genuinely be, and against Bayern, I was only here for about 8 minutes because I had to go to bed and I had school and I was so tired. I'm full of energy right now. I've done fuck all day. I've just been watching the football. I watched Liverpool beat Everton. I watched Spurs draw to Tottenham, come back from 2 goals down. I have done nothing all day. I could literally get up and play a full 11-a-side match myself. But like, oh my God, man, this, bro. Honestly, like, this team, bro, this is like, genuinely, this is one of the like lowest, darkest days I've seen in this club for recent times. Since I would say Poch season. Under Maresca, I don't think it got quite this low. Because yeah, we did have that point last season where we were losing back to back and we were drawing to Ipswich at home, losing to Villa in the last minute due to a keeper mistake. That was really bad, don't get me wrong, and that's probably the closest I've got to feeling like the lowest of the low with this club. But do not let it be an understatement how bad it is that we have started our Premier League season 5 games in, having avoided playing any of the proper Big Six clubs that are in form right now. Arsenal, City, Spurs and Liverpool. We haven't played any of them yet. We still have to play, well, they're 14, so we still have to play 8 games against them left this season. And we've only beaten Fulham at home and West Ham away. Drew to Brentford, drew to Palace, lost to United. 0 wins in 3 games in all competitions. I'm not going to be watching the Lincoln game. I'm going to be in London, actually, funnily enough, at the Fulham Stadium, watching Cambridge United play Fulham away. I'm not going to be watching the game. I'm not going to make a video on the game. I might not even check the score. We're going to win that game. I don't care about that game. I don't care. We're going to win it. I just care about Brighton. Brighton. I care about Hove and Albion. Just beat them, please, Chelsea. I'm going to go insane if I keep on talking, though. I think I need to go because my phone's also overheating, like, a lot. And, yeah. Wow, this is a crazy video. Anyways, I could have gone on for longer. Should I go on for longer? I don't even... Do you know? Probably, like, no one's even watching, like, right now. Like, I can't, like... I'm just talking to myself. Anyways, I'll let whoever's watching go and free you from a misery. Thank you for watching. Comment your thoughts down on the game, like and subscribe, and I'll see you in a bit.